and go.
Okay, so how this all started was about 8 years ago. I went to study for a semester abroad in Budapest, Hungary, and towards the end of it, my parents got the call that probably many American parents dread getting when their kids go to study abroad, which is the Skype call that basically says, "Sorry, Mom and Dad, I'm not coming back." And I decided I was going to stay in Europe, and I did all of my graduate school, 2 masters and a PhD here. And then I was looking at my options after I finished my PhD. I was certain I was going to stay in Europe long term, wanted to put down some roots here on the continent. And looking at what my passion really was and what I wanted to do with my life, I decided that I wanted to become a novelist of historical fantasy fiction.
So in 2009, we came here for a family trip and we fell in love with Slovenia. We tried to find some roots and it was hard because all of our close relatives have passed away. We found some distant cousins, but we fell in love with the life and the food and the people and the scenery. And Bill, it's just like when we were first married.
When we first got married, we lived in Old Town Chicago, where we could walk to maybe 30 restaurants and not have to even get into a car. And that type of lifestyle really appeals to me, and I'd really like to find that again, and I think we found it here in Ljubljana, Slovenia.
Now, most people just get like a souvenir to take home, but we decided to become citizens of the country through ancestry. So now Andrew and I have the possibility to move here because we're dual citizens of Slovenia and the United States. And it just almost sounds too good to be true, right?
Very, very much so. I'm all in.
Yeah, it's like the stars kind of aligned.
Right, but there are some risks. For one thing, I've been to language school 3 times already, and govorim malo slovensko. It's a very, very difficult language for Americans to learn.
And I'll tell you what, the space is a problem. Although I like the city, I would still like a single family house, and I would still like a lot of room with a lot of bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's going to be really hard to find that here.
And we have grandma, of course, my mother, who's still in California.
And the dogs.
And our 2
Outdoor
dogs.
space.
We have to find a way to bring them here. So
Right, and then of course for me, you know, I did
just
a
need a little
PhD in
space.
European studies. I was living in Brussels, which is of course the center for all of that kind of stuff, the capital of the European Union. And so it's a bit risky for me to kind of decide that I'm going to follow my passion to be a writer and move away from the center of all of the stuff that I did related to my PhD.
But here we go. We've got a great lunch ahead of us, so let's just enjoy and figure it out later.
Plunge.
I think that's